And next up here is a movie I got from my buddy. I don't know how to say his name right, but I think it's Pound 47. But his link will be in the description box, and his name should be right here for a second. He's really awesome. Me and him did a switch. I gave him some B horror movies that he. I gave him some B horror movies. He said send me some B horror movies because he loves those cheesy things. So I sent him some, and he sent me this. This is so awesome, and it's from the retro horror remix collection or presentation or something, and that is Child's Play 2, the extended edition. It's like what, like 5 to 10 minutes longer than the theatrical version. I always love the Child's Play movies, and it's just cool because in this one, if you guys watch this movie, if you guys are fans of this, you should know if you guys are fans of this, you know the house that Andy goes live, the people that Andy goes to live with, like at the foster home, and a lot of that story in that house is cut out, of the people that are actually taking care of Andy. It's like a lot of stuff in this movie that was cut out was just basically those people that were taking care of him, and it's just like you find out that they want to adopt. Sorry, there's a car beeping outside, but whatever. You find out that they want to adopt a kid themselves, but like the process is taking too long, and they're probably not going to be able to adopt a kid themselves because they really want a kid that's that's theirs, and not always a kid that they look after and then they leave. Like they always get depressed when a kid leaves their house and things like that. But yeah, it's just really cool. Child's Play 2, the extended edition. Thank you very much, buddy, for sending me this and making the artwork for me and stuff. It's always cool. It's a burned copy, guys. Of course, but it's just really cool to have the extended edition of Part 2. I always love the Child's Play movies. They always, for some reason, my favorite one is the Bride of Chucky, because I don't know. I just like the humor in that one. A lot of people probably don't like it, but that's one of my favorite ones. And Seed of Chucky is like probably the worst one to me. But it probably goes from best to worst. Is Bride of Chucky, Child's Play 2, Child's Play 1, 3, and then Seed of Chucky. I know it's in a weird fucking order, but that's just the ones I like. But that is Child's Play 2, the extended edition. And next up here is another martial art ones. One is one of them I got the other day, and I watched half hour of it last night, and I just, I got a headache and I got tired and fell asleep, so I'm gonna watch the rest of it later on today after work, and that is Kung Fu Dunk. It's one of those ones that it's called Region 2, I believe this is, but it plays in my player anyway. But some special features don't. I can hear the special features, but I can't see it. I don't know what's up with that, but some special features work. I don't understand. But it looked really cool, Kung Fu Dunk. The same people that did Shaolin Soccer, it says on here on the cover. Kung Fu Dunk. And this looks really cool. Some funny cheesy Kung Fu flick stuff. Yeah, I love that shit. And that is Adopted with Pauly Shore's new movie. It's like a mockumentary. You know how like what's her name again? Madonna and Angelina Jolie always adopt kids from Africa and shit. That's what Pauly Shore was going to do in this movie. It's kind of cool, and it's kind of stupid at the same time. It's written and directed by Pauly Shore, and don't go into it thinking it's a real thing and shit, because it's not. It's all set up and shit. But I just like the message that they have in this, because the way they, like Angelina Jolie and Madonna, and the way they make it out that they go and get those kids, like they're really, really poor, and they're just sitting there with flies all over their faces and shit, and Pauly Shore goes to Africa, and there's people there with cell phones and Nokia phones, and they're just like us, just over there in Africa. You know what I mean? I think that was one of the messages he was trying to get across, because he went over there. Everyone was just like us, but just over there. You know what I mean? Everyone's there modern and shit. They have computers and shit. But yeah, that's adopted. It's an interesting watch. I suggest you check it out if you like Pauly Shore. The last one he did was Pauly Shore is Dead, but he's not dead. And next up is another one I got that's from Sina Asia, just like the Kung Fu Dunk, and that is this. I'm probably gonna mispronounce the shit out of this, but the Sataku Incident with Jackie Chan, his new movie put out on Blu-ray. I don't know exactly when this one was made, but it's like Scarface, meets Hong Kong stuff. That's what it says on here. It's like a Chinese Chinese Scarface. It was actually cool. Not a lot of karate, Jackie Chan signature stuff, but it's actually more acting involved in this. It was actually kind of entertaining. It's not his best movie, but I suggest you guys check it out if you're a fan of Jackie Chan. It's been released here in the States, but it's only on DVD and not on Blu-ray. The only way you can get it is if you see it on eBay or Amazon or something for like $30-$40, but I ended up getting this one for like 21 something. But yeah, it's okay. If you're a Jackie Chan fan, you have to get it. The Sataku Incident, I believe that's what it says. I hope I'm not butchering the shit out of that name. And next up here, I had to pick it up, of course, man. Everyone has to pick this up. I watched all of this in like a span of 2.5 days, maybe 2 days. And that is the first season of Family Matters. Come on, man. The only thing I didn't know about this until earlier this week, that this was a spin-off show of Perfect Strangers. I wouldn't have even thought of that. How I'm like, how the fuck does Perfect Strangers, connect with this and shit? And then I found out from my buddy at work that it connects to the Harriet character. I guess Harriet worked in the building that the Perfect Stranger guys lived, Balky and the other guy lived in, and as an elevator operator and stuff. And like episode 5 or something or whatever it is, Harriet gets fired from that job in this season. And yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird how it's connected, but. And the other thing that's really weird about this, Urkel pops up in episode, whatever episode it was, episode 6 or something, and at the first 30 seconds of it, and then there's no mention of him again, in the whole episode, and then there's no mention of him for 5 or 6 episodes after that. It's kind of weird how they introduce him and then he goes away for a half a season and then comes back and then he's in every episode after that. It's kind of weird, but I still love this show. It's funny. It's exactly what you guys remember. It's awesome. The first season of Family Matters. Yeah, as we move on here, some Blu-rays I picked up. Grease, the Rock and Rydell edition on Blu-ray. Looks really fucking good on Blu-ray, man. I suggest you get this one if you're a fan of this movie. I had the DVD version of it with the leather jacket. The T-Birds jacket wrapped around it and stuff. But yeah, I'm probably going to give that to my sister now. But yeah, the Rock and Rydell edition, really cool stuff on there.